Hello, Revere, and welcome to our annual Christmas show. Today we have a special guest. He's coming in from the North Pole, and I think he's here now. Yes, he's here now. Come on in, Santa. Come on in. Folks, I want you to meet the original, not the fake one, the original Santa Claus. Merry Christmas. Sit down, Santa.
Thank you.
By the way, Santa, before we start, tell us how you like the Senior Center, because you've been there last year. I could tell because you put on a little weight.
That's the best thing I like about the Senior Center is the food.
I could tell.
The food is so good, and it feels so good, but it's very good, and it's so cheap.
Right.
You're not going to believe the
What kind of
price.
food do they have there? Because I would like to go there myself someday. Really.
Oh, you can have all kinds of, like, say, hot pastrami.
Is the hot pastrami warm?
Dinner? Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's so good. And then, you know what I wish they had? Breakfast. Because I'm a breakfast person. I think the most important meal that everyone should have is breakfast.
You're right.
But maybe, in the next year, maybe, or this coming year, hopefully they'll have breakfast.
I was going to tell you a joke about breakfast, but I think I just laid an egg. So what else? By the way, there's another person there. His name is Nick. He's the head of the Council of Elder Affairs. Have you ever met him?
Oh, yes, Nick. He's a nice guy.
He's a heck of a nice guy, right?
Yeah. Yep. Well, he's just okay. He's
well,
okay.
he may be okay to you, Santa, because you play no favorites.
Yeah, right.
But to me, he's a heck of a nice guy. Not only that, but he also has a Mrs., I believe her name is Marie.
That's right, yes.
And they do the Columbus Day Santa Claus Parade?
Yes.
As Mr. and Mrs. Columbus?
Right.
Yeah, the thing that bothers me, they keep coming back every year, but they never get to where they're going. Can you explain that to me?
Well, you know what it is? They're so involved doing other things. They do a lot of bowling and bocce. Now, I don't know if you know anything about bocce.
Oh, I know Mr. Bocce. He comes from the old country.
Oh,
is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
no.
okay,
This is a game.
Oh, okay, I'm not familiar with that.
Similar to bowling in a way, but it's just a lot different.
Oh, it is?
You have 4 on a team, 2 on each end, and we're lucky because if the weather's bad, we're playing indoors at the Senior Center. Indoors.
Right, but how do you play where you are up at the North Pole? Because you have the ice. Oh, using ice balls?
Yes. Yes,
what
that's
do you
it.
use for pins?
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
You don't stand up Eskimos or the
No.
Hey, I got to tell you, I heard a rumor, but I don't know if it's true or not, but you can correct me, Santa, on this. I heard that there are hundreds of thousands of Eskimos want to enter America. And they found out that because there's no heat at the Senior Center, that it's colder at the Senior Center than it is at the North Pole. Is that true?
I'm glad you mentioned that about the Senior Center.
Yes.
And the problem with the heat.
Right.
What is the person in charge waiting for to fix that problem? I'm sorry. I don't mean to get all upset over it, but it should be fixed immediately because these seniors need the heat.
That's right. You know, I heard on the radio and TV that the cold kills more seniors. I don't mean at the Senior Center, but the cold does kill more seniors than the heat does.
You're right.
Right. But I have to say one thing. I've been at the Senior Center for many, many years. And because of the tornado that we had back in July, is because the air conditioner and the heaters blew off the roof.
Yes.
They're trying to get it fixed. And Mr. Fielding, I don't know if you've ever met him, Santa,
I have.
who's the director there. He's doing a heck of a good job. And we just kid around a little about the Senior Center. Let me tell you, they do have heat there. Even if they have to use the electric heaters, we do have heat.
We do have heat, yeah.
Right.
But they got to get it fixed, really.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And I hope the city of Revere is listening, too. Maybe they can help us out with that.
I hope so, because if anybody can do it, they can do it.
Now, Santa, I look around in town. I watch TV, I listen to the radio, and I see a lot of Santas. But you're the only real Santa that I would have on this show, because the others are just imitation Santas. How can people distinguish between the real Santa like you and the ones that imitate you? And that's an honor, because, you know, when you imitate someone, That's
No.
an honor to the person you're imitating.
No,
So you're a great honor, Santa.
Thank you, thank you. I have to agree with you, really.
That's what I
Morris.
like about you. You're very humble.
I have to agree. It isn't easy. It isn't easy, but I can do it.
Go ahead,
I can
Santa.
do it because it takes time, and you have to give up a lot of things.
That's right.
You do have to give up a lot to do what I'm doing, but I enjoy doing it.
Right. Now, you have a lot of kids that sit on your knees and they tell you stories.
Yes.
Have you got any that you can relate to us about some of the kids? What's the youngest kid you ever had on your lap, if I may ask? The youngest?
Yeah, probably 6 months, maybe.
That's a long time to have a kid on your lap, 6 months.
I'm sorry. It's been a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to do it this year.
right.
Yeah.
There's also a rumor I heard, and I hope it isn't true, that, the cities and towns and the community, they need a lot of money. And they decided to raise money. They're all going to put parking meters on the chimney. So when you have to go down there on Christmas Eve, you're going to have to be paid. But how are you going to get around that?
Well, during the course of all this time that I'm going to be putting in, there is money involved.
Oh, there
believe
is?
it or not. And I could put some of this aside so that I can use it for something like that.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, it isn't that I'm going to put it in my pocket. No, I don't do that.
Right. Now, you have no trouble going down the chimney.
No.
And people invite you sometimes to eat with them.
Yes.
Do you have ever had any trouble getting back up the chimney?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. What happens is so easy to go down almost no matter what you're talking about.
Right.
But to come back up, you may hit a brick every now and then and get stuck.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden you got to turn the other way, or you got to go back down and come back up on the other side. It isn't easy.
No, but I got to ask you this question. People have asked me to ask you. When you go back up the chimney, do you ever get your suit dirty? Because I don't think that suits you.
Oh, you are
The
right.
chimney suit is what I meant.
Okay. Sometimes, right in my sled,
Yep.
I keep extra clothing
Oh,
because many, many times, like you just said, the bricks tear it apart.
so you do have extra
Yes, I
outfits.
do. I do have extra.
Is that one of them that you got
This
on?
is one of them. This is one of them.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you. No, I'm so lucky.
Now, let me ask you, that beard you have, because last year it was a little shorter, it grew over the year.
Right.
How long does it take for that? By the way, I don't know if I'll be around, but I'm sure in about another 5, 6 years, you won't even need a suit. The beard will cover you.
Boy, you are right. About 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah, about 3 months.
And do they have barbers up in the North Pole?
Yeah. Oh, there. They
They
do.
do?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They definitely do. And they do a good job.
Yeah, did you ever get clipped by one of them?
That's the problem.
They do clip you?
They like the money. They like the, they
Okay,
like
I
the
was
money.
wondering about that.
They do.
I got to tell you a story that happened, Santa. I don't know if it was you or an artificial Santa, if I can use that word. I was on Revere Broadway about a week ago,
Okay.
and I see Santa with the reindeer coming down real fast, real fast. And there's a police car behind me, and I didn't want Santa to get a ticket, so I put up my hands.
Oh.
So someone said, don't shoot, don't shoot. I says, that's not what my hands are up for. I says, the hands are up for to tell Santa, because he's speeding, that the buck stops right here. And I think he heard me, because he did stop the bucks right here.
Ooh.
Yep. I also heard a rumor that they have drones flying around now, and Santa was thinking about getting a whole bunch of drones to use it for a sleigh, and that way he can sell all his reindeer for bucks. You think that would be a good idea?
I like that. I like
You'll
that.
save money. You don't have to buy food.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay for electricity for Rudolph with the
oh, my.
schnoz and that red nose of his.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
How is Rudolph, by the way?
Oh, he's.
Oh, by the way, even if you do get rid of the other reindeer, and I don't know why they even gave them German names like Rudolph, Donner, Blitzen, etc. And you got a German name too, Chris Kringle over there.
Kris
How did
Kringle.
How did they arrive at that?
You know something? I really don't know the answer to that, but you got a good question there.
Right.
I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Now let
really.
me ask you: was your father a Santa Claus too?
Yeah, oh yes.
And your mother, Mrs. Santa Claus?
Yes.
So you go way, way back to the Santa Claus family.
Oh, many, 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 many years.
Right.
Many years.
Well, it can't be too many years because Noah was the one and his family before them that they drowned. But you know something? I don't think Noah was a very bright man. I'm talking about Noah in the Bible.
No.
You know, he put 2 animals on aboard a wooden ship, but he also put termites, 2 termites aboard a wooden ship. That don't make any sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
Nope.
No, he should have left those on.
What kind of gifts did the little kids? I'll get to the seniors later because some of them do act like little kids. But what kind of gifts do they give you, Santa? Do they ask you for?
Oh, boy. You're not going to believe it.
And
Maybe pajamas,
Yep.
you know, like not a nightgown.
Nightgown?
Yeah, well, similar to that.
Oh, okay.
You know, but for the little ones, you know, and with a zipper, you know, so they can to put the whole thing on, and then with the zipper close it up, and it's very comfortable. And it usually has feet, so they can put their feet right into it. You know, it's like a sock almost.
Right. And by the way, what do you feed your reindeers, if I may ask? What do you? I mean, Christmas time and year round.
Oh boy, that's a.
Don't tell me you take them to the senior center.
No, I don't do that.
Okay.
No, it's very simple. What we do give them, but you know what? I can't even explain to you what they call it. The deer food or reindeer food, whatever you want to. I don't even know what it is, but they have it all.
It's not deer meat, I hope.
Well, no.
Okay.
Definitely not deer meat.
Okay, that's good because I got a little scared. People ask you for gifts. And now I asked you for a gift. I want to thank you. You gave me a beautiful, beautiful Rolex watch last year.
Oh.
I asked you for 18 karat. And then you decided to give me 24 carats. Well, 24 carats was too heavy to carry all in one bag. So I like the 18 carats better. So you
I hope you ate them all.
We did. It took us a year to finish. I ate them all. But you know, they were good carrots. I mean, they were fresh.
Yes.
Nice. They were all in a bunch.
Yes.
Right, but the next time I ask you for carrots, I'm talking about diamonds.
Oh, okay.
Talking about diamonds, can I tell you something?
Oh, about diamonds, yes.
Yep. I do music for the senior center. You don't know that, Santa, because you're never there when I'm doing it. But anyway, there was a gentleman there. He said, Morris, could you play a song for me and the wife? We've been married 10 years. I said, what kind of song? He says, play the anniversary song. So I played the anniversary song for him. So he come over to me, he shook my hand, and he says, thank you. He says, thank you. He says, you know, my wife, we've been married 10 years, and she's a real angel. And I looked at him and says, that's good, because my wife is still alive. You don't like that joke, Santa? It's Santa, silly as joke. Now, if I get divorced over this weekend, I'll be working for you. So I thought you liked that.
I like that. I did.
Now, Santa, you yourself, during the war, I believe it was the Korean War, gave up your duties to go serve our country. Could you tell us a little about your experience?
Yes.
First of all, let me thank you for your service, Santa.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank
you're
you.
Welcome.
And I salute you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I had just finished college, believe it or not.
Which one?
Actually, Boston State. Yes.
Good.
And from there, I decided, no, I didn't decide. I had a choice to go into the service and become an officer and spend at least 4 years.
What was your rank as a lieutenant?
No, because I didn't take that.
You mean to go to the 90-day one?
Yes.
Okay.
So I decided I'd go in for 2 years as a private first class, and that wasn't bad. Well, so when I went down to New Jersey and went in and did all these...
Where, Fort Dix?
Fort Dix.
That's where I took mine.
Yes, Fort Dix, New Jersey.
Yeah, right outside of Trenton.
Yes, yes. And I met so many real nice people.
Definitely.
Really. It was so good. But then from there, they flew me right to Korea. Right to Korea. And I spent 18 months in Korea in a tent. And
Did you ever get out of the tent?
I did just to go,
Oh.
and do different things that I had to do. But it was quite a thing because the weather in Korea was very tough, and especially the winter. The weather was terrible. It was winter, and believe it or not, staying in the tent, we had a nice fireplace inside, so we kept warm anyway. But it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy.
Well, let me tell you, when I was in New Jersey in Trenton, Fort Dix taking basic, I volunteered to do the coaling on the Quonset huts because we had coal burners, and you had to feed the coal burners with the coal, clean out the suit. Not that suit, the suit that's
Right.
over there.
Yes.
And that was my job. And sometimes my face would turn dark as the moon or dark as the skies from the suit blowing on you.
Great.
But we didn't have to stand inspection because if you worked at night, you could sleep in the daytime.
Okay.
So there was 3 of us, 8-hour shifts, and I enjoyed the basic. It was a 3-month affair.
Right.
And then after we got finished, we were shipped over to Germany at the time.
Mm-hmm.
What you were in Korea during the Korean War? What that was 1951?
52.
Oh, so you weren't during
yeah,
the actual
yes,
war.
Yes. But I really don't like to talk about things like that, but I understand.
Hey, it was nice of you to give up your service. And
Yes.
I believe you entertained the troops there too, Christmas time when
Oh,
it
yes,
came?
yes, absolutely. And it's so nice to go back there,
Have you ever returned to Korea?
Oh, yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes. And the last place I returned to was Rome, Italy. And the reason I returned there is my son works for our government.
Oh,
And so he works right there in Rome. So we had to go visit him.
does your son also dress up like you, Santa? I don't mean to dress
Yeah.
up like you. I
Yeah.
mean put the red suit on. Of course, you got the beard and everything
Right.
else. I mean, you are the original. I want to
Right.
make sure, folks, this is the original Santa. Out there is the Santa that you see, the imitating Santa.
Thank you. Thank you.
I hope they all don't come down at me when I leave here.
No, I don't think so. No, he doesn't even think about becoming Santa.
He doesn't?
And he's got the right name. It's Nicholas.
Is it really?
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the right. But
Well, we have Saint Nick, Kris Kringle.
Yeah.
They have different names, different countries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, how many languages do you speak, Santa, if I may ask you?
Well, right now it's only 2. It's English and
Italian?
But my son, who works for our government,
Yep.
speaks at least 5.
5? Can you tell us just out of curiosity what they are?
Yeah. Spanish, French,
Yep.
Italian,
Yep.
and believe it or not, Polish.
Polish?
Yes. And English. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Because he spent time in Poland way before he went to Italy.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
So you learned the
Yes.
language there.
Yes. No, he loves it.
Now, I know you get around a lot. What about your wife, Marie? How do you keep together all year long? Because you're always on the go. Now, there's different Christmases in different countries at different times of the year
Yes.
sometimes,
Mhm.
and you cover them all.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
She doesn't mind me leaving.
Oh, she doesn't?
For time. No, because she's involved a great deal. Different
so
things
she's
with
as
the
busy
city.
as you are.
Oh, she is.
Tell us some of the things that Mrs. Santa Claus does.
She likes to get involved at the senior center, in bowling and bocce, and there's a let's see, there's an activity.
The Zumba dancing there?
That's it. Yes.
With
yes.
that nice Latin
Yeah.
music?
Yes. She really enjoys that.
I have to tell you, I got a twin brother. I think you've met him.
Oh, yes.
Norris?
Yes.
He plays a lot of the old-time music there. Sometimes I even go myself to listen to it because it's so good.
Yes.
And you've come down there, and a lot of the people like the music. It's old-time music, music from the 30s, 40s, 50s, right on up,
Yes.
even to the latest. I'm not crazy about today's music, I'll be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like the old-time music or polkas, mixtures. I like mixed music. In other words, Italian, German, Russian, French, Polish. Talking about Polish
Right.
over there.
Yes.
And we
Yes.
play a lot of Italian songs.
Yes. No, I enjoy listening to the music.
To Norris's music?
Morris music.
Yeah,
Absolute.
I do too. I do too.
Really
Sometimes,
good.
you know, I'll get up just to go down there just to hear the music, just
Yes.
to listen to them. And I have people that I've heard them talking to my brother. They'll say, "Oh, I remember that song. I met my husband during that song." You know, it brings back a lot of memories.
Yes.
Which is good.
And there's some good crowds there at the time. Sometimes there's not as many, but there's some good people there.
Now, what do you do with the sleds in the winter time? I mean, where do you put them away, if I may ask you?
Oh, we have, you want to call it a barn or a storage area.
Well, up in the North Pole, do you have like a big igloo or something?
Igloo. Okay,
Is
yes.
that, you have that?
That's exactly what
And
we
you
have.
store your sleds in there?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Now I got to ask you a question because I'm not too bright, and the question is not going to be too bright either.
Uh-oh.
Can you make a fire in an igloo to keep warm, or does it melt? Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
How do you keep warm in the igloo?
We try to insulate it so that
okay.
when we do have the fire, it doesn't affect.
Oh, the sides. I see what you mean.
Yes.
You have an air pocket.
And,
sort of
correct.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So none of the igloos ever melted away?
No.
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 Okay, because, you know, in the winter time when it gets very cold up there, and you got to keep, besides the suit, what other clothes do you wear up there in the winter time?
Oh, boy. Piles. You know, put on this, put on this, put on this.
Oh, by the way, do people give you thermal underwear sometimes?
Oh, yes.
They do give it to you?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Because
Right.
you need it.
Now, by the way, Santa, you and your missus do a lot of good things for not only at the North Pole, South Pole, all over the world. But let's talk about the city where I live in, the city of Revere. If people wanted to donate to the Santa Fund, let's say, I don't know if you got a fund or not, what would be good things for people to donate to the funds for Christmas? Like, I'll start off, for example, like toys for the kids, to the fire department.
Toys for the kids would be good, but clothing would be excellent.
For the veterans too, by the way.
Yes, clothing.
That's right. You know, I'm glad you're here because being a veteran, we have the head of the Veterans Committee, Nick Boer, here in the city of Revere, and Donna Dreesen.
Yes.
They would like to collect things, and they ship things all year long. People think when they give toothbrushes and candy and cookies, it's only for the holidays, Christmas holidays, Valentine holidays. It's all year long, and it's Operation Troop Support.
Correct.
Colonel Moody, who was in charge of that.
Yes.
So if you got any donations out there, drop them off at the Revere Veteran Service, 249 Broadway, Revere,
Yes.
at the American Legion Building,
yes.
or the Senior Center.
Yes.
And they'll get them overseas.
Right.
That-
Oh, boy, that would be wonderful
Yeah.
because they can use it. They definitely can use it,
Right.
really.
And, you know, it's a shame that we have to have troops in Afghanistan and Iraq. Every Christmas, there's a war here, a war there. Maybe someday there will be peace on earth, Santa. But I'm sure when you go around and travel, you spread that word.
That's the first thing I say. Peace on earth.
Right, and
Goodwill
goodwill.
to all men.
Right.
Really, it's so important that we don't have to fight. Why do we have to fight all the time? I don't understand it.
You know, I always wondered myself why people go to war, to kill each other. And I had one of the gentlemen, I'm sure you know the mayor of Revere, Dan Rizzo.
Yes.
He was on here for an hour show not too long ago. And we were discussing why people fight. Now, for example, and the mayor and I were talking, like if me and my opponent are on the battlefield and the war is on, I either kill him or he kills me, no charge.
Right.
Let's say 12 o'clock, the war's over. At 12:01, he shoots me. He gets charged with murder. Where a minute earlier, he wouldn't have got charged at all.
Correct.
So to me, war is legalized murder. It's legalized murder. But
Legalized.
you have to defend yourself, otherwise you'll be the one that gets killed.
Boy, you are right.
So to me, it's always been evil people make good people a little evil for a minute because they have to defend themselves.
Oh,
That's the
boy.
way I look at it.
That's the best way to look at it.
Yeah.
Believe
I mean,
me.
you're a good person, but if someone came to kill you or your family and you had a gun, you're either going to do one or two things, get killed or you're going to kill him. But you never had any intentions of doing that.
No.
And that's what I don't like about it.
No,
It makes good people act bad for a little while. Now, we have about 3 minutes left, Santa. Take 2 minutes for yourself.
Okay. I can't wait to leave here and get back on my,
Sled?
yes. And it's
Where
so,
are you heading for, if I may ask you?
well, right now we're sort of near the water. I want to get away from the water, so I'm headed west, probably out to California.
There's an ocean out there, too, you know, the Pacific.
Well, I may, and then if I stop in between, up high, it's cold.
Oh, I see.
I may stay south.
Oh, you mean like San Diego and those places?
Yes.
That's
yes,
good.
Yeah, and that's where we're headed, and it's so comfortable.
Now, I got to ask you this question, Santa, and I don't want you to take it harshly. You came into America today, legally, am I correct?
Legally, correct.
Do you need passports to the other countries, or they just give you a free reign?
No problem.
Hey, there's a little Uber, a free reign.
Oh, that's it.
Okay.
That's what I need. Free rein. No.
Free reindeer.
Right, free reindeers. No, I don't need any.
No, so you can go wherever you want to.
Yes, I can.
Only because you are the original Santa.
That's it. That's
Right.
it right there, Morris. You're absolutely right.
That's
Really,
fantastic.
I'm so lucky.
I know that, and we're lucky to have you.
Oh,
to
thank
take
you.
up half an hour to come down to us from the North Pole.
Yes,
Fantastic.
yes, it is. Yeah.
Right.
And the weather was fine.
I would like to ask you one question before we close. A favor, actually. The next time you're in the city of Revere, Massachusetts, stop by our senior center. Say hello to the people there. To my director, Steve Fielding, who does an excellent job.
I understand he's very nice.
He's a nice gentleman,
Yes.
a smart gentleman, but he does a tremendous amount of work. I would also like to wish the previous director, Al Morelli, I don't know where he is now, Al, but you and I have been friends for years. I want to wish you a happy, Merry Christmas. And you too, Santa, and say thank you for coming, and
You're
God
welcome.
bless you.
Thank you.
God bless our troops all over the world.
Thank
God
you.
bless the city of Revere, but most of all, our great country, the United States of America. And before we close, Santa, from the Revere veterans and the city of Revere, we give a flag to the best community veterans and military. You deserve it. This is for you as a members. When you go back to the North Pole, put it in the ground, and thank you again.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank
have a
you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
And tell
Christmas.
your missus a Merry Christmas from the people of Revere.
Thank you.
And I salute you. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. Thank you.
Adios, Santa.
Bye-bye.